Guys, let's say you find a girlfriend. How do you keep her happy? Most guys have no freaking clue. Even asking this question is enough to give them heart palpitations. Most guys who find a loving girlfriend are terrified to death that they're about to lose her, and they have no idea how to make her happy. Other guys will listen to me say this and say, why should I keep her happy? She should keep me happy. You are not my target audience today. Today, I want to talk to men who care about their girlfriend or about the girlfriend you're going to have in the future and want to build a loving, connected relationship that fulfills her and fulfills you at the same time. It is not you performing and feeling great or her feeling wonderful at your expense all the time. It is not you jumping around, entertaining her like a joke or a gesture for the rest of your life. It is you doing what is going to fulfill her and at the same time making sure you're getting fulfillment for yourself. A mutually fulfilling, loving relationship. That's what I mean when I say, how are you going to keep your girlfriend happy? If you want to learn that here today, I am happy to teach you. I'm Adam Lane Smith, the attachment specialist. I happen to be married for 14 years. I was a licensed marriage and family therapist for years, and now I'm an attachment coach who teaches people how to build incredible relationships. Today, I'm going to talk about what being happy together means and how you can build that into a wonderful relationship for your future. So quick heads up, everything that I'm going to talk about here today, if I throw out any courses or books, they are available on my website at adamlanesmith.com. You'll also find a contact form on there. My email is support@adamlanesmith.com. If you have private questions or something that you need to get off your chest, I'll listen. You can also drop down in the comment section and leave me questions there throughout the course of this video. Adam, hey, you said this. What did you mean? Hey, Adam, I want to learn how to do this. Can you tell me more? Leave me comments down below. While you're at it, subscribe, like the video. Make sure that you stick around because I've got a lot to teach you about this topic. So what does it mean to keep a girlfriend happy? And why does it matter? This may sound stupid, but really we need to talk about why it matters for your partner to be fulfilled in a relationship and what it should look like. Because most guys have no idea. They picture themselves having to dance and perform and please and stay, completely jacked and rich and make sure she's laughing and smiling every day and having 30 different orgasms every day in new, unique fashion, or she's going to get so bored of you, she's going to walk away and leave. And you'll be glad to know that most women are not that fickle. I have coached so many women who all they really want is a loving, committed partner who does a few specific things. And I'll show you how to do that. I have coached hundreds of women. And before that, I worked with more women in therapy. I have worked with thousands and thousands of women over the years. I will tell you what most of them are looking for. And if you have a very specific, special lady on your hands, I will show you how to ask her and get that information from her in a way that's going to be also nurturing and fulfilling. At no point am I going to teach you how to be a simp. At no point am I going to teach you to collapse into a relationship. I'm also not going to teach anybody here how to manipulate women and artificially make them feel good so that you can get things from them. I'm not going to teach that here either. All we're teaching is real, honest love and fulfillment. If that sounds good, all right, let's move ahead. So, do you have a girlfriend or are you trying to get a girlfriend? Either way, what you need to do is understand what most women are looking for in a loving, fulfilling relationship. Emotional intimacy is one of the biggest factors for that. Understanding that her emotional intimacy connection with you is what's going to drive most of the relationship, especially past the first year. The first year is cool. You guys can coast through it on good feelings, on fun, on novelty. After the first year, her bedroom drive really switches over to long-term connection and bonding, but so does her emotional connection and her fulfillment levels with you. Emotional intimacy. I just released a thread on my Twitter the other day. Emotional intimacy for women often comes from communication. Most men have no idea how to do this. So your girlfriend may say, talk to me, in a really frustrated tone of voice, and you go, how's the weather? And you have no idea what to say. You might say, what do you want me to say? And she says, you should know that. If you've ever had this fight, or if you're afraid of this fight, or you've seen this fight on movies, what's playing out here is that she's looking for emotional connection. She wants to hear what's happening in his head, in your head. She wants to know what's going on in your world. She can't read your mind. Women tend to communicate, to share, to provide context, to be open, and to feel better about a situation. That's where women mostly communicate. Their communication style shows trust. That's typically the female communication style shows trust. To communicate itself solves a problem. Men tend to communicate only to solve problems. I have a problem. It can only be solved by getting information or sharing information. I'm going to do that in the fastest way possible. Shortcut, laser-like focus. Fix it and then never speak again. And we will never speak of this. That's the male communication approach. Female communication does not work with that. And what you're going to accidentally do is make her feel unloved, uncared for, unwanted, untrusted. The opposite then, sharing on purpose, is exactly one of the pieces you need to do to build emotional intimacy. Over on this channel, check on my channel and look up Adam Lane Smith, How to Have Way More Sex in Your Marriage. Adam Lane Smith, How to Have Way More Sex in Your Marriage, will walk you through the exact 4-step process for learning to share with her on purpose. Now, I teach that method inside my coaching practice for most men who come in and say, Adam, I have no idea how I'm supposed to be building emotional connection with a woman. My wife is mad at me. My girlfriend's mad at me. I've never had a girlfriend. I don't even know how. I teach that 4-step method inside that video. That's just one of the many ways that you can build emotional intimacy that's going to last for the life of your relationship. Check out that video. Another thing that your girlfriend's going to want from you, though, is consistent values. Women like it when you are predictable in a good way. Consistent moral values, 3 core values, virtues, principles, whatever you want to call them, your ethical or moral or honor code that you live to. Mine happens to be honesty, integrity, and compassion. Even when the stress is high, I will always act with those 3 things, and I will always act in alignment with them. If I fail at any point, all someone has to do is mention it, and I go, man, you're right. And I self-correct internally to adjust to those. She doesn't have to manage me. I told you I've been married for 14 years. This is how I maintain that trust in a good relationship. I manage myself internally through internal motivation to focus on the good that I am supposed to be doing in accordance with my values. She doesn't have to wonder. She always knows how I'm going to act. I am always predictable in that way, in a good way. When the chips are down, she can predict exactly what I'm going to do, so she doesn't have to wonder and be worried and scared. Her stress level goes down, her love goes up. This is why emotional discipline is such an attractive feature for men. Emotional discipline tells her that you are going to act in accordance with your values instead of in accordance with your feelings, and that makes you good and predictable. Men who are unstable and lack discipline over themselves, unpredictable in a bad way, and she's going to have to manage you. So emotional intimacy and predictability. Those are 2 key factors right there that you need to build. The 3rd piece that helps her to feel loved and connected with you is to help her feel useful to you in your relationships. Now, you don't have to turn her into a personal assistant with benefits. You don't have to run her through that process and make her useful to you. She's not your subordinate. But most women crave to be useful, nurturing, helpful, or facilitate your success in your life. They want to be useful. It's a trade that they make over time. Either that's giving you great feedback and insight, or facilitating your days on difficult times, helping you accomplish certain tasks. They want to be useful to you and nurturing and helpful. Again, most women. Talk to your individual partner and see if that's where she's at, but honestly, that's a big piece for most women, is feeling useful. Because as they go and they trade away youth and beauty for experience and wisdom, their usefulness goes way up if you have accepted them into your life as a useful, loving, helpful partner. If you've done that, then they aren't just going to dwindle in value through the course of their life until you trade them in for a 19-year-old blonde who happens to walk by. She feels safe and secure. And you can praise her for these internal virtues that she has instead of just her external features, which again are going to fade over time. Sorry. Most of the women inside my private circle, my attachment circle community, they talk a lot together and with the men in there about how overwhelmingly important it is for women to feel useful, loved, and cherished for who they are and their insights and wisdom versus just their beauty. Do they like to hear that they're beautiful? Yes. Do they also more prefer to hear that they are wise, helpful, thoughtful, and that they are presenting great value for their family and their loved ones? Absolutely. The women in my attachment circle community have made that very clear. If you want to talk with them and join in our community and learn from women directly what's going to help, that's a great resource. Emotional intimacy, predictability, and usefulness. These are 3 big core pieces because it shows her who you are and that she can relax into your presence. Women feel happiest when they are relaxed into your presence, engaged, connected with you. Also engaged to get married, but connected with you in a bond, and that you are open to them and that they can in turn guide you and love you in return. To give and receive love. When they're safe enough to give and receive love, that is where you are keeping your girlfriend happy. This just so happens to be what also makes your wife happy, and it also is helpful in making a girlfriend decide that you should turn her into a wife and that she should become that wife for you. These 3 core pieces that you're learning here, very important. So men out there, please, as you're watching this, do these 3 things. Cultivate these in yourself. If you need help with that, drop a comment down below and say, Adam, I'm stuck on number 1. How do I do emotional intimacy? Adam, I'm stuck on my emotional discipline. What am I supposed to do? Like, my fear takes over. I just respond. Adam, what's that 3rd thing you said? What am I supposed to be doing? How do I praise her for her internal values? How do I help her feel helpful? What am I supposed to be doing? Like, I solve my problems myself. I'm Rambo. I can show you how to do that. Inside my coaching practice, inside my community, I have all kinds of resources to help you do this, but you need to learn all 3 pieces. Women who are watching this, I would love to hear your feedback in the comments and let me know. Yes, Adam, these 3 pieces are incredibly important. Yeah, the first 2 are really important for me. The 3rd one, not so much. Here's the 3rd one for me. Hey, you forgot a 4th one, Adam. Here's the 4th one that's mandatory. A lot of women who've been through bad relationships will have a 4th mandatory one. So guys, drop down into the comment section and read what those ladies are saying. It's going to be good, crucial information for you down there. And while you're down there, make sure you subscribe to this channel because I have so much more information coming to help you with dating, with love, compatibility, and building real fulfillment on both sides so that you take care of each other. You want to learn that? Stick around and subscribe.